What's good? I just went live, so I'm giving y'all an upload. It's been a minute. Um, Here's what's crazy. Someone tell me if they know who YaloCalWhiteboy is. YaloCalWhiteboy. Now, the thing about YaloCalWhiteboy, June 19th, you made a video giving respects to Tentacion, who was your best friend, as you claimed. I seen you in pictures doing different things. What I'm confused on is, why were you crying like that? Why'd you cry that way? The way it worked, it was just crazy. Why were you crying like that? You weren't even really crying. Why were you just bawling? Tears weren't even coming down. I'm confused. Like, share, subscribe, tag him. I don't care. I'm asking why he looked like that, talking on it. He really looked like, yeah, it was a big deal, but it's not, something's going on now. I'm not saying he's disingenuous, but I'm wondering why his reaction was so weird. Like, why were you making those faces? You showed the picture, and I did see you were cool with him, but you were very quiet after that. And I want to ask you something. Do you know Victor? I've seen another picture, and I feel like I've seen you before. Do you know who Victor is? Now, everybody can ask him that, to be fair, but something doesn't really make sense to me. The more I'm looking into different things, because I see his page, I seen he spoke then. I'm sorry for your loss and things, but I started looking, and I just wanted to know, if you didn't have to shed tears, why'd you do that? I mean, someone could talk from the heart without having to cry, but it was just really odd. You could feel how you feel, but are you going to tell me you were crying with no tears? I was just confused. And where did you guys meet? Where'd you come into play? And do you know Victor? Because I may have someone saying they know you, and I don't know how would they know you, unless y'all went to school together, unless they know him too. I'm trying to piece all this together because it's really not making sense. And may I ask where you were that day? I just would like to know. Just asking per se, because I do see y'all best friends. It looked like y'all hung out a lot. Why would he want to go alone and not with a best friend? Very interesting. And it was the day after. And since then, I really haven't heard you say nothing. Haven't seen you put nothing out. I'm just trying to figure out where you fit into the midst of this. And that's respectfully. I watch your video, and I'm kind of confused on what you're getting to. Like, I know that it was a good friend, you lost someone you cared about, but why scrunch your face up and do those different things? And on top of that, I feel like I've seen you in a photo, but that's why I'm asking, do you know Victor? I feel like I've seen you on someone's page in a photo. Now, you may know a lot of people and things, but it's specific people that you could be around that would make it curious. Anyone that knows more information about this, let me know. And do you know any of the models that I briefly mentioned last video? Do you know any of them? Have you been around any of them? I don't know what your preference is. It's irrelevant. I just want to know if you know any of them. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I'm starting to see so many synonymous factors. It's disturbing. It gives you that achy feeling in your stomach, like, wait, what's going on? And if anybody knows who this person really is, let me know. Like, oh, that's his friend that's always been around, the most respectful. I'll shut up and I'll let it be. I just would like to know how that works. And why weren't you by his side? Was there something going on you didn't know? Because the 19th, you really jumped up and you really put on a lot. Like, you showed his pictures, showed different things, which makes me wonder why someone who cared so much would not be speaking out as they should to really see justice. I know you want to say, oh, it's the suspects. And I want to say this. Let me name something else. Dealing with a certain situation, a lot of people are putting hate and weight on Diedrich. But Diedrich wasn't one of the names I saw listed on something I was looking at. It wasn't. Which is telling me that something's going on something, meaning something. I'm not going to go into detail just yet. Diedrich's name wasn't there, which makes me see that maybe he's telling the truth. So there's people after these men that are telling the truth, but someone who really did it is laying low, dodging, the real heat of the deserving of a decision they made. I want to know how that's possible. And why would someone allow that to occur? If this person really implemented the problem and really did attack them, why would you hide? If you're man enough to attack someone, why aren't you man enough to show yourself? I don't get that. I'm still getting details on these model situations. I'm alleging that I believe one of these models is missing. Now, which one? I don't know. When they go missing, I'll say it when I see who it is that I presume is missing. But that's why I brought them up. My titles aren't always going to say Tentacion. That's why you got to hit the bell, because we're going to talk about different factors. I believe one of these models is missing. And I have several reports of the area and what's happening about other women going missing. And I'm just starting to find a synonymous factor. Whether it's through app, whether it's through online, not an app online, or however, I'm finding synonymous factors. And I'm starting to see that there are some people whose job is to lure young women in and basically find a way to trick them into thinking things, but they go willingly because they're looking at the money and the opportunity, but they're not looking at the long-term effect. Now, I'm not saying YaloCalWhiteboy, however he spells his name, I'm not saying he ain't bagging chicks. I'm just saying I don't know what he's into. So I'm not sure whether he even likes to do that type of thing. But I do know he's very interesting in how June 19th, the day right after you did that, with absolutely no tears running down your face, and then I hear nothing from you after that. So a lot of people flock to it, but then I don't hear from you. And again, this is the only place you've ever heard someone address serious real life topics dealing with that type of interaction. They want all focus on the trial, which I could understand. But if these men aren't guilty as they're being alleged to be, what was your effort for? Then you have no clue who did it. But see, the difference is we would, because of how we've seen things and what we've done thus far. We'd see it. So you could give outcomes on a trial, people actually getting time. But did they actually make the call? Was there someone else that was instrumental and they're just sticking to the code of whatever it is that they believe in? These are topics and things that won't come up dealing with serious situations. Go check out the live I just did about careers ruined via expiring models. And I talk about Bianca and industry tools. Check that out, because we're really seeing the way the tools work, how they're instrumental in providing a scenario for them to lose, and the different decisions that are made amidst these type of allegations becoming true. In fact, as affidavits are drawn up, actually accusing that model before she changed her name of doing these heinous things. If all these affiliations are connected, this shows that this was absolutely a team game. It's already showing it was a team game by reactions in different situations. But it confirms this was a team game, the way the setup works. We also see that one of the promoters we exposed for abusing his power, his privilege, is doing opening acts for some of your favorite artists in the game. Yes, it is starting to connect up to major artists in a very coincidental way, that I might add. Well, ultimately, what's done in the dark comes to light when it comes with these type of situations. What needs to be exposed will be exposed. And when that happens, the individuals are going to have some decisions to make about life and how they treat things, because they would not want these things done to their children. And I find that very interesting how they're able to get away doing certain things. But I also know what you reap, you sow. You reap what you sow. Excuse me for that. You do reap what you sow. So you guys have some decisions to make as far as your character. And the person that's promoting for some of you, you guys better do background checks and see what they're into. Because if you've seen their lifestyle, I don't know if you'd want that character promoting for you. But it seems you're okay with it, which makes me more curious about your character. Interesting how all of this lines up. Check it out, the lives before. Check out the store on teesprings.com. In the description below, Cash App, $, capital THE, capital CZARR. We finna get back into it. You know how I rock, how I always rock. The greatest nation since United Nations. All rights reserved.